YouTube, good morning. The topics today is interviews and music. Ooh. Let's talk about it. Who said that? I think it was on Coming to America. When they was in the barbershop, he said, aha. I don't know. Hello. I'm Miss Tia. Thank you so much to all the subscribers. Over here, listen, y'all know I'm Miss Tia. My channel, I am Miss Tia. This is a thought-provoking platform where we have a conversation with the community. Sometimes I'm late. It's late. I'm busy. But I had to get in to talk my shit, right? The nails to the ladies, right? Cute, right? Thought-provoking platform where we have a conversation about the community to the community. Do that make sense? I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. Okay? We use celebrity news and views and political issues as a teachable moment just to have a conversation. I have a space where we can talk. And sometimes you have to talk about familiar things to spark the moment, you know? You know how you try to, kind of get on the level of your friends. So you kind of see what they like and talk about it. If you got a friend who's a chef, you kind of go into the food realm, right? You got a friend that like rap music, you kind of go into who's hot, right? Okay, y'all know I'm silly. Once again, thank you for subscribing to the subscribers. I got lipstick on my teeth? Okay, I had to make sure. Plus, listen, great conversations today. I wanted to talk about some interviews that I've seen from some podcasts. Good. Great this week. I wasn't able to really sit down and look at a lot of things like I normally do, but I was able to pop in my earbuds and listen. So I was doing a lot of listening. So listen, I'm a hearer. So I was hearing stuff that most people wouldn't catching. I was catching it. Plus, I wanted to talk about some albums that I know that's coming out. Singles. The Cardi B's, the Clips, the Offsets, the 2 Chainz, the Wale, the Ray-Bans, all these people putting out music in a Kendrick Lamar world. Exciting, right? Woo! It's good. It's good. It's good. And plus, podcasts. I don't know if you guys know this, but I love to watch this podcast. It's called It's Up There. It's Up There podcast. Let me see if I got a picture of his podcast, because I really want y'all to go. This is him. Let me see if I can bring myself down. Oh, y'all. I hope y'all can see me. Oh, I hope y'all can see me. But this is the guy. Go over and check out his podcast. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this podcast today is because Rich Homie Quan's father was on this podcast this week. Listen, I'm crying. Mr. Lamar crying. It's just a sentimental moment. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I remember when the Rich Homie Quans, the Young Thugs, right? I remember them on the last leg. They was on the last leg of the Atlanta run, right? But listening to this father, he was really in an emotional state. And he talked about how therapy is kind of being his antidote right now, dealing with the death of his son. We know him as Rich Homie Quan, but I think he knows him as Quan. And in the interview, he talked about how he didn't look at his son as this big superstar. He just looked at his son like Quan. So it means something different. But my heart goes out to him. Man, y'all get over there and listen to this interview. I was thinking about this interview and watching him and thinking about how he was saying how Rich Homie Quan felt blackballed and left out of something he loved, which was this rap thing, right? Man, I'm telling you, I'm crying and I'm trying to listen at the same time. He just talked about how he felt like, I think he lost his son, and I don't think he could help. He couldn't help his son in the time of the depression that got so bad when it came to him not being accepted in this space anymore. Listen, oh my God, I hate to watch stuff like this because it's hard for me to kind of just take pointers and see what I can use for it. But go over and listen to it. Shout out to Mr. Lamar. I can't imagine losing a son, not a superstar like weed looking, but a son. But I wanted to talk about this too. I said this before on one of my older podcasts. I said, Rich Homie Quan, to me, he was really the voice and the trend and the sound of that moment. Me personally, I don't think the people at that time will be able to go forth. I know that's hard for you to say. But listen, do you think that the rap industry replaced Rich Homie and who this is? Young Thug with Gunna? Do you think they chose Gunna over the Rich Homies and the Thugs? Even though, look, Young Thug is still out here, but I don't think he would be able to make the impact that he made once before. I think the industry and the people are choosing Gunna, and it may be a safe thing to do. I think it's a safe position to take, choosing Gunna. I think Gunna influence is a little bit more safer. Do that make sense? Well, I saw this interview on the Up Rocks. The Black Eyed Peas member, what's his name? Oh my God, will.i.am. He just did the interview, the Visionary edition with Gunna. Go and listen to that. Go and look at that interview. I think it's good as well. And he just talked about how I think will.i.am is trying to help him press through. You know, it gotta be hard that where you come from, let's say Gunna come from this era of Atlanta, the influence, and to be honest with you, I feel like they're trying to beat Gunna down as well. You know, Gunna with that street stuff, it's hard. So I think will.i.am is trying to help him to push through that and continue on this journey of being an artist. So I'm watching the hands and the people move around. And I do believe they chose Gunna over the rest. I know this may be hard to say, but I believe the death of Rich Homie Quan, I think the other people's career will also diminish. I think all of that would happen with that. Go over and look at those podcasts. Interesting. He even had a conversation in the Gunna with will.i.am. Everybody is talking about moving into this AI position. Listen, I don't think we're going to be able to stop it. I don't think we're going to be able to stop the AI. I'm not happy about the AI. I think it's a tool to downplay and dumb down the people. Have you noticed? You don't even have to research or have any kind of energy to look for anything no more. Now you just type in and it's right in front of you. You don't have to think. And what scares me is that AI situation will kill your thinking skills. I think people here in this world, we need to use all of those tools. Those are tools for us to be able to evolve. When you take away my thinking skills, when you take away all those abilities that's spiritually natural for me, that's scary. See, y'all ain't paying attention. When somebody taking away your ability to think, that's scary. And then that's control. That's a lot of control that people will have on you. So I'm not crazy about the AI. But anyway, back over here. I'm everywhere. Back over here. So Gunna was talking about how maybe he may sign an AI artist. See, this is why I felt like they choose Gunna over the other artists, because Ghana and a lot of more artists will go for this kind of stuff. They will be willing to do this futuristic AI stuff and not feel bad about it. Do not take away the artistry. I like to hear that people go home and think about it and be downloaded this stuff from the spirit. Like, come on, when you take away that, you just got a whole bunch of robots. Let's move on. Because, see, I was about to go somewhere else. I was about to go somewhere. Y'all don't want to hear me rant like that, right? Another interview I saw, this was good. Let me see if I can move this over. Another interview I saw, the Gillie and Wallo, right? Listen, this interview worried me, but it was good. Joey Badass was the guest at this point, and I think at this moment everybody wanted to see, come on, Fly. Everybody wanted to see what Joey Badass would say during the fiasco with the battling that he did, right? So everybody was waiting to hear him speak. I'm thinking that this interview is getting so overshadowed with everything that's going on. I think that's pretty much been the way his career been for a while. I remember Joey Badass. I'm not going to say that I was a Joey Badass stan or fan, but I remember him, right? But listening to him in this interview, I didn't know he was this in tune to his spirit. I really didn't know that he was on this level. But I should have thought about that because he's able to sit in the rooms with the Kendricks, the Absols, and the guys, the Big Seans. You know, these guys was very lyrical. They really is on that level of the in tune type of lyrics. They know what they're saying. They know what they're trying to build, put in place. So to hear him, I was like, I didn't know he was that type of artist. But anyway, looking at this interview, it brought a lot of stuff to the light that we all was kind of inquiring about. I realized that they all are friends and he liked them. Listen, I wouldn't trust them. Yeah. Joy ready to take somebody's spot. He's ready. But anyway, the interview was crazy. It was good. I'm worried about, is this Gillie? See, this is when my therapy hat comes on. My therapy hat. Gillie scares me. I feel like Gillie need a break. See, watching Rich Homie Quan's father get into this vulnerable place by losing a son, and then when I came over here and I looked at Gillie, I realized we are not giving these people breaks when it comes to mourning and just having a moment to recollect and get themselves back together. I was watching Gillie. Gillie ran into this success. Then he also lost a son. Listen, that's a lot. Success alone is a lot. Then when you lose somebody that you love on top of that, that can be very, that's a lot. But anyway, watching him, he scared me. I feel like Gillie need a break. And I know this interview was about Joey Badass, but Gillie kept pulling at me like somebody better get Gillie some help, or either just let him rest. Wallo, pay attention. I think don't get so focused on it's all about the business and the work, and you see your fellow mate or whoever sitting at the podcast table with you, you don't know when it's time to break. Gillie's looking like he's gonna break, and I think you need to check that before we get too far. Y'all go and check out that interview and focus on Gillie. It's scary. Gillie, don't get mad at me. I just sometimes see and hear things that most people don't see. And watching you during that interview, my heart went out to you. It scared me. You need rest. You need a break. Maybe therapy. Go and watch this interview. It was good. Joey Badass revealed a lot of stuff. And like I said, I didn't know he was that in tune with his spirit. So that was one of the other interviews I seen. Another interview before I get into the music review. Popcast. Everybody know this. This is the Clips, right? The Clips did an interview with the Popcast, the New York Times, Joe and John. Another interview that sometimes I hate to watch because my mind goes into places that it shouldn't, and I'm watching things that maybe I shouldn't. I didn't like the podcast. I didn't like the interview. And let me tell you why. I felt like they didn't give Malice time to speak. Listen, I don't know if y'all remember, but this is not the Clips' first run. Actually, this is what, their third and fourth album. But to me, the Clips, this is something new too. I've never seen this artist, these artists at this, they've been here for a while, right? But they coming back out like they're new. They got a new artist stamp on them, but they're not new. But anyway, watching the interview, I didn't like it. I felt like Malice wasn't able to speak. You know, I don't know who's showing up to this interview or on this album. Is it No Malice or Malice? Which one? I know a lot of y'all might don't even know. No Malice. Yeah, it's two of them. He got two people in there. And at one time, No Malice was very icky about the industry. What I wrote down? I wrote some stuff down, y'all. Because I went and I found a 2016 interview that No Malice did with CNN. So in the interview, at this time, No Malice showed up. And at the interview, he was talking about how rap music is the only genre that eats its babies. You got to think about it. I know. At this time, he's No Malice. He's not Malice. At this time, he's evolved spiritually. He's been dealing with a lot of things that, you know, a lot of y'all ain't ready to sit in. But at this time, he's facing these things. He talked about how he wrestled with being out with the women, the music, the money, the nightlife. Malice wrestled with that. He wrestled with that. And he said he had to leave. So my question is, will he stay this time? And why is he back this time? What brings him back to the table? I don't think it's money. They're hustlers. They know how to get it. But what brings him back? I would love to ask those questions. And I felt like the guys at Popcast, they did not want to go into that room with Malice. And when you go and watch the interview, he kind of sat quiet. And I kind of felt why. When they would tap into the questions about No Malice, he would go there. Let me tell you, the spirit scares some people sometimes. Some folks don't like to deal with it. It scares them. They don't like it. So they'll kind of stay away from it. You got to watch certain people. So I think that's why they stayed away from that part. So to the people, the future people who's interviewing the Clips once his album come out, listen, ask him about those things. Go deep into who these people are. We're so used to just seeing people surface that I think we're kind of scared. And some of y'all don't want to know people beyond the surface. I get it. But when they reveal that, I want to know. He shouldn't have never showed me No Malice. Because I want to understand. I want to know what's going on. But anyway, the Clips coming out with their album, right? What's the Clip album called? Let God Sort 'Em Out. Powerful. So we're taking sides, right? Civil War. Let God sort them out. Let God sort them out. That's a big title, because right now the music industry and the entertainment industry is like a two-sided thing right now. It is. To me, I feel like you either good or bad. You either with us or you the light or the darkness. Who you with? So I feel like it's that. And let me tell you, y'all out there battling, baby. I'm watching everybody. You're out there battling. Speaking of music, let me go here. Cardi B. I know. I wrote a Instagram. Was it Instagram? No, it was a Twitter. And I told Cardi B, I said, Cardi, we don't want it this time. Listen, let me say this. Let me give Cardi her flowers. I was one of those people who felt like that Invasion of Privacy was a classic album. No matter who wrote it. It was a classic album to me. I felt like it was her best work. And to be honest with you, I felt like she should have rolled off into the sunset and never came back. I felt like that one album should have been one and done. I really hate that Atlantic is strolling her back on the scene when we're in a Kendrick Lamar atmosphere. No way she's gonna survive out here. And I'm one of the people is not gonna let her sell us that bullshit. I don't want it. I don't want to eat it, Cardi B. Her new album is called Am I the Drama? Maybe. But we don't want it. We don't want it. On the album cover, let me see this. Ooh, let me see if I can find it. Some days I'm together up here, but some days I'm not. On the album cover, you guys, let me see. There she go. There go to be. There go to be. I love it. She giving me Cruella de Vil, right? And what does the Black Crows, is that a death type of thing? Well, hopefully this means this is the last album. To be honest with you, I do believe it's the last album. I believe Atlantic knows that this is the final thing. And listen, Cardi B, shout out to you. Take this moment, do your thing, get off this album, go into something else. I see Cardi B being a socialite. I see her being a social personality. I see her being a culture influencer. I just see her doing a lot of other things than being a hip-hop artist. She is not rap. She is not hip-hop. And I think we enjoyed it for the moment. We was thirsty for any type of entertainment at that time. But right now, we're in a real situation. And we don't need this. Nope. We don't need it. I'm sorry, Cardi B. So let her finish out. And let her be done. I don't got nothing else to say. She's not hip hop. I can't take it. I don't want to do it this time. Invasion of Privacy, the best album. I love it. I even said how I think her personality is one like we've never seen. The girl is charming. She's funny. Oh my God. She can even go into being a comedian. I love it. She can sell water to a whale. She's everything, right? But a rap artist, hip hop, it got to be authentic and real. And she's not capable enough to do that. And I know a lot of people have been saying that for a long time, but this is the time. You cannot last out here in these waters. The sharks are too big. The sharks are too big. Okay, speaking of music, let me go here. Offset. Offset put out Bodies. I love it. I like Offset. And let me say this. It was Offset that allowed Cardi B to roam so long. I know you don't want to hear that. I know you don't want that. I know you don't want that. But Offset stamped her that she was able to move around like she was. Catch. Let's move on. Offset did his single Bodies featuring Jid. Listen, I think Offset can make it. I think he can make it. It's scary. Because sometimes when the star of the group leave, sometimes the rest of the group can't make it. Who was that? TLC? When Lisa Left Eye left, as good as the other girls were, it just couldn't do. So when I look at Quavo and I look at Offset, everybody knows Takeoff was the superstar. And Offset even tells how Takeoff was the rapper. He was the real hip hop star of that group. So sometimes when groups lose their star power, the groups don't make it. But Offset is fighting. He's fighting for the moment. In the song, I think he said something about how he told Takeoff, I'm finna do this. And he said, Takeoff said, go. So he felt like he was getting a stamp from Takeoff. But sometimes normally when the superstar leave out the group no longer could last. Destiny Child, who was that? Diana Ross, them over there in the Supremes. Most of the time, Michael Jackson. Most of the Jackson 5. Most of the times when the star leave, come on. I know. See, this is stuff y'all don't want to talk about. The group doesn't last. But Offset's fighting. I'm going to say this too. Offset, stay out the Drake stuff. It's not your business. Stay out of that. This is good. 2 Chainz 2 Chainz dropped a single. I like it. With Neo. Not the same. You know what it reminds me of? You remember when Neo did that song with Jeezy? I'm sorry, all in my ear. Jeezy, I want you back. I want you back. Jeezy, I leave you alone. It reminds me of that. But I like it. 2 Chainz have always been one of those artists too that had to supersede the whispers, right? Because you never really looked at him like this fancy rapper, right? But he came in and he made his moment and he made his lane, right? Kind of like Jim Jones. Like Jim Jones is fighting for to be respected from his peers. See, this is all the Jim Jones thing. Okay, I'm going into the Jim Jones. Because 2 Chainz and Jim Jones, to me, is kind of two of the same. I think 2 Chainz had to fight for his moment. Remember coming in with Luda? Under Luda? They had to fight that. You know, Luda was sitting on them, so they had to fight for their moment. 2 Chainz is that artist. He had to fight for his moment. So when I look at him and I look at Jim Jones, they two are the same. Jim Jones right now is trying to fight for respect for his peers, which I don't think he will ever get it. Being from the region he's from, they kind of crack on people like that. And I think Jim Jones is saying, no matter how big Nas is, I think Jim Jones know this. I do believe Jim Jones know that Nas is who Nas is. But I do believe he's still just fighting because it's just natural to fight for your position. So everybody trying to say, is he delusional? Is he crazy? No, he knows. But he also knows how important it is to stay in the moment, to stay in the light, to fight for the moment. Because he knows once it goes dark for him, because he's not more experienced and crafty and swift like the rest of you guys, his TV will be turned off, honey. So what you do, you fight. Even though you know it ain't true or you don't believe it, you just still fight for the moment. So I think that's what Jim Jones is over there doing. It's not about, is Nas better? He knows this. But he's just trying to say, respect me, right? I don't know. I'm watching and I'm listening. I see people. I'm listening. I'm a hearer. I told y'all that I hear. What is this? Let's get to this. So that's my Jim Jones thing. Ooh, let's get to this right here. This was crazy. The XX, could y'all see me? Ooh, I hope. You know my thing be wrong. Okay. The XX freshman class, XXL freshman class. Listen, don't kill me. I don't know nobody on this list but a couple of y'all. So this what made me be like, okay, when we gonna start telling the truth about the real up and coming? Like, you know, I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I know him, I know that. My daughter was like, Mom, I know him. I was like, but what is the moment about these people? What is the statement? Why I don't have the attention of them? And I'm here. So you saw Ball over there, which, oh God. And you see the Ravons. He just made a moment with the battling thing. So you kind of see him make him move up. But the rest of them, I don't know. To me, I feel like XXL sometimes get it wrong. I feel like they should go more to the streets, right? And I feel like XXL freshmen need to do more than just rap. I think they ought to venture off into country, R&B, pop. I think they need to have this same kind of thing for different genres. I think that'll be cool. Because watching now how country mixing with rap, I think a lot of we've been producing a lot of new up and coming stars. Me personally, I felt like Flipper T should have been on the XXL. I think Flipper T is one of those artists out of Georgia, young lady. That moment she had, light me up, light me up. Come on, everybody was saying that. Why don't they go beyond the surface? And maybe these people are being, maybe this is a financial thing too, because some things is you buy yourself into these positions, which is crazy. This is how we miss raw talent, because when people are able to payola or buy your way into positions, you miss out on raw good talent. Another person that I felt like should have been on the list La Russell, even though La Russell is not a new artist, why haven't La Russell graced the XXL freshman thing yet, platform yet? Why? What La Russell's doing independently, are you kidding me? Why? Why haven't La Russell been able to be on one of these covers? That's crazy. So I think XXL, whoever running that, go beyond the surface. Go beyond what let's say people pay. I don't know that's how it go. I'm just saying. A lot of these people that we see, to me, it's not worth being there. You know, another person I felt like should have been on there, Akeem Ali. I don't know if y'all know him, but he's the young man that's on the Snoop Dogg album. Is It a Crime? I don't know if he's been on there. I couldn't look that up yet. But Akeem Ali should have made it. A lot, and I think I first saw him on Instagram. So I felt like he should have been. Like, let's get some real people who really make a moment in music. Come on. I hate when all these big entities who run this thing called hip hop get it so wrong. Come to the real people and ask, who do you think? Who do you think? And the story will be different. Trust me. Okay. Is that all my show? Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Who cares? This is an opinion-based show. We're having a conversation. I talked about the clips. Listen to this. Monica and Brandy. Let's talk some music. Monica and Brandy is going on tour, honey. Could y'all see this? Monica and Brandy is going on tour. Oh my God, they're coming to my area. I'm so excited about that. Who want to see that? Me? The songbird and the gangster? Are you crazy? Heck yeah. I can't wait. Shout out to Monica and Brandy. And I think I saw Kelly Rowland would be making an appearance. Amazing. Right? I can't wait. I think I'm gonna go see that. Who else I talked about? Did anybody see the Mexican OT guy? Wasn't that crazy? See if I can find a picture. The Mexican OT guy. Let me say this. And I think I heard somebody say this. I think we gotta stop asking people questions that is weird. Because asking him, could he say the N-word? That's just like when Piers Morgan was over there on the Piers Morgan show telling the young lady, the young white lady, that she can say the N-word. And Mark Lamont going crazy. So over there on the Angela Yee, I think this is the lip service. They had Mexican OT. Why? I don't know. Why did Angela even have him there? Who knows? Who knows what Angela's doing up there? But anyway, I think I saw a clip, and the clip was saying how they was asking him, could he say the N-word? The question shouldn't have even been asked. That was stupid. It was dumb. And then the climate we in, Mexican OT didn't make it any better. He didn't even know how to answer a simple question. Mexican OT, the answer should have just been, no, I don't want to disrespect my brothers that way. Boom. End of the moment. But see, everybody want to make a moment. And then now he finding himself, he got to apologize because he's wrong. Instead of just saying simply, no, I don't want to disrespect my brothers. Because I won't want them to disrespect me. But see, when you get in those atmospheres that's calling for stupidness, you find yourself in this situation. So now, at this point, I don't even want to hear Mexican OT say nothing. Nothing. I don't want him to say nothing. Nothing. Because some stuff, you need to be smarter how to answer it. No, I don't know. Why would I say that? Why would I say that, sister? You should have sister her. See, but you didn't know how to handle her. Why would I say that, black woman? Why would I say that, beautiful queen? You shouldn't even say that, queen. You shouldn't even ask that out your cute mouth, queen. See what I'm saying? That's crazy. Lyrica Anderson, did y'all see this? I done heard so much about the Drunken Love song that I'm tired. So Lyrica Anderson, I saw a clip in the news that she said she even wrote half for Drunken Love and didn't get paid for it. And I said, well, wait a minute. I thought Future wrote it. Then I saw an interview where Jesus said he wrote a verse. I said, wait a minute now. Too many people done wrote Drunken Love. Would a real writer please stand up? But ain't nobody get paid. Think about that. You know, Future said he didn't get paid either. Now, you know I love to be what you... Let's move on. Did you see these new AI, the new AI kind of personality that's going around, and they're giving you this black woman persona. They eating and talking crazy on the screen. To me, I think it's offensive. We're ghetto, or we talk Ebonics, but you know what? We don't want to be mocked. And I think a lot of women need to stand up. You know, for some reason, the women of the day, we think a lot of, oh, that's funny. That's so funny. No, it's offensive. Yeah. Because I don't see you doing that to any other culture. Yeah. And then you got us looking crazy. You got the black women fighting the black men, and it's an AI. Excuse me? So it's offensive. And I tell everybody need to say no. We don't want it. You know, they always test stuff on the blacks. They always test it on us first to see how far they can get it. And y'all got to start standing up for some of that stuff. I think it's crazy. I don't like it. I vote against it. What I think I'm going to leave. I saw Peter Thomas talking about, I'm going to say this about, what's her name? Portia. If that man didn't know Portia would marry him for his money, then he crazy. Get out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. It's over. I don't want to hear it. That's my time. My time is up. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the topics. I ain't saying I'm right, but I damn sure got an opinion. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
I am a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am. Would it have been better if I had a song that said, I am a nigga?